Imagine a typical middle school science classroom. A diverse group of 7th graders is gathered around a table, tasked with mapping out a project on a large poster board. Before the group settles on a topic, one student snatches the marker and dictates assignments, correcting peers' work before they finished a sentence. Within minutes, the collaboration stalls. Her peers pull back, rolling their eyes and labeling the behavior as bossy or controlling. When the teacher steps in and tells the student to just relax and let others lead, the student doesn't soften. Instead, she becomes visibly more rigid. Traditional discipline assumes this behavior is a bid for social dominance. But if we look at the physical tension in the student, we see a different story, one rooted in fear. Her focus on the project board is an attempt to manage the room's uncertainty. By organizing the tasks and predicting the outcomes, she tries to stabilize what feels dangerously unpredictable. For this child, control is the mechanism her nervous system uses to feel safe. Understanding this response requires moving away from the classroom and looking into the biological mechanics of the brain. Children exposed to chronic stress often develop hypervigilant behavioral patterns. These patterns involve a constant, subconscious scanning of the environment for potential risks. In this state, the nervous system interprets uncertainty as a high-stakes physical risk. This behavior functions as a sophisticated anxiety management tool, intended to neutralize threats before they can materialize. The brain is acting as a predictive engine, attempting to forcibly script the environment to prevent the chaos it has learned to expect. These adaptations typically take root in early childhood environments, where routines are absent and emotional volatility is high. In these settings, children learn that if no one is actively steering the situation, conflict and chaos are the inevitable results. To survive, the child learns to organize the outside world as a way to quiet the turbulence in their own nervous system. When predictability is the only thing that prevents crisis, control becomes a synonym for safety. As the years pass, the student in the classroom evolves into the professional in the boardroom. Early survival strategies are rarely discarded. Instead, people grow around them, integrating those old defenses into their adult personalities. In a corporate setting, this manifests as micromanagement, a struggle to delegate, and intense stress when project scopes shift. The professional context has changed, but the internal biological response to uncertainty remains the same. Back in the classroom, the teacher's response changes once they recognize this biological echo. Rather than criticizing the student's character, the teacher redirects the energy by acknowledging her goal. I can see you want this project to be successful. Let's look at how the whole group can help us get there. This approach taps into the strengths hidden within the survival strategy: leadership potential, acute situational awareness, and a high capacity for planning. When we guide the instinct rather than punishing the fear, the trait that once protected the child begins to empower them. Behavior is rarely random. It is often the lingering response to a situation where that behavior was once necessary. Behavior is communication. But echoes tell the deeper story. Identifying these echoes allows us to respond with precision rather than frustration. You can find the research and references behind this work at the link below.